Okay. Tell me a little bit of your background. What brought you here?
Had a long time been fighting for DC, and I just wanted to get back into it. And I took a boxing fight about a year ago. I got beat up. I had a win before that, and then I actually got hurt last summer and took the summer off. And man, I just trains the guy. He's the one that's putting on a good show. So it's right here in my backyard.
Right on. I mean, obviously you have an affinity for the combat sports. You know, you try to get away a couple times, and it always drags you back. What about the sport? What about combat sports actually drives you and keeps sucking you back?
Man, I'm just a competitive person, and sometimes it's just too quiet. I gotta go make some noise. I get that itch.
What have you been doing to get prepared for this fight?
Lot of lifting, protecting kicks. He beat my buddy Justin Weaver, and Weaver's a tough guy. And I guess he hurt his knee or something. So I've been really just working my kicks and my takedowns and takedown defense, and just trying to stay in a safe spot.
Who is your opponent? How do you feel you match up against him?
I think I match up with him pretty well, actually. I got a lot more experience, and he might be a little bigger, but I think it's a perfect matchup. Just style and style. We're a little bit different. Don't really know each other. I haven't seen anything about him, and he might know who I am, but I don't. I really don't think he is prepared as I am, or has maybe ever fought anybody like I'm gonna fight. So.
What does it mean to you to be able to come back and get this win?
Another chance at life, man. I was down and out for a little bit, had a little bit of a drinking problem, a little depression, got into some trouble, and once again, I found my friends in the gym. We got together, I did some rounds, and I just feel back at home, keep me safe and out of trouble, really.
Now, tell me a little bit about that. What about the sport, training, things like that, is able to get you out of those funks?
Just the discipline and the confidence and the team unity. We're all going through something different at home, and that's where the real fight's at. We're all battling something, and then we get together in the gym and we take it out on each other. We work through it together, and it really makes life a lot easier. Going through the weight cut, the fights, the training, helping your homies, your brothers, that's your family, and just kind of when you get back to the real world, it seems a little bit easier after you go through all that.
Obviously you fought at Pinnacle Bank Arena before. You fought on big stages. What does it mean for you to be able to kind of make that, just kind of come back and get right back in the swing of things and being in an arena show and stuff like that?
That's the way I'd prefer it, just jump right back to it. Like I fell off the bike, hop back on, keep pedaling, because, a smaller show, I don't think I would get as quality opponents, so I kind of got to get right back to it. If I don't just get right back to it, I might not be training like I should be or teaching like I should be, and I just want to do it right,
And Eduardo Peralta's, I've seen him fight a couple times. He is no joke. What does it mean to you? I mean, are you just at a point in your career now that you want to make sure you're taking hard fights all the time? You're not fighting a can.
I don't necessarily take the hard fights. I used to be that guy that's like, oh yeah, he's a champ. I want to fight him. I want to fight him. Now I want a fair fight. When I asked my manager Scott to talk to train to give me a fight, it's like the last one. Like, give me somebody that's on paper we're a matchup. Like he could walk away with this win. I don't want a guaranteed win. I want to be challenged. I want to be tested. And I want to test somebody. I don't want to just go out and beat somebody up that went out there for a paycheck. I want to give the crowd what they want to see, and I want to go through what a real fight is.
So Is this a one and done for you again, or is this or what's next? What's after this?
You know, I'm at a point in my life where MMA has brought me back to the world and basically saved my life multiple times. I don't know what kind of father I would be if I didn't have the sport, or what kind of son I would be if I didn't have the sport, you know. And I feel good. I'm still young, you know. I'm 33 years old, and I feel like I got a good run in me. So win, lose, draw, whatever, I'm going to bounce right back. And I don't think I'm going to switch back and forth to boxing so much. You know, in my career, I've always bounced from boxing to wrestling to jiu-jitsu, and then I go fight an MMA fight, and then I turn right back around and go fight a boxing match. And it was a lot of different training, and I got hurt a lot, you know, and different stretching and everything. So I think I'm just going to stick with MMA, go right for it. You know, if it don't work out, it don't work out, but at least I gave it my best, you know. And I still am the Nebraska state champ in the boxing division. So at some point I will have to box, you know, like somebody's going to want that title. But I'll deal with that when it comes, you know.
Man, you've always been known as a durable guy, and you've always been known to fight a lot. Are you kind of slowing? I mean, based on what you were just saying, are you planning on slowing down a little bit?
Yeah, different. You know, the older you get, the harder it is to make the weight. The more time it takes for you to heal. And I've had a lot of injuries. I recovered real well. I feel good. I feel strong, but my body's changed. You know, I'm obviously up another weight class. To start this training camp, I was heavier than I have ever been in my life. And a lot of it was just being unhealthy, you know, eating the wrong things and drinking all the time. And just when I don't know where I was going with that, but when I get back to it, man, it's like you got to go all or you got to go none at all, because otherwise you're going to get hurt, you know.
Right. You know, we're from Nebraska. You know, a lot of small towns, a lot of small town fighters out there. What are the difficulties of living in a small town and having to train and get ready to do those things?
Sparring. You know, like, it seems like when I need sparring on stand-up, I got a bunch of wrestlers around. And when I need to wrestle, I got a bunch of boxers around, you know. So it's like give and take. But, like, this training camp, I didn't get sparring until just the other day. And I got tuned up, and I found out that I got a lot more to work on than I anticipated. You know, when you're on your own in a small town, you might have a group of guys, and you might, like, I was always the best one in our gym. And I never really got tested until my buddy Tyler Robinson shows up, you know. I took a layoff, he gets in shape, and then he starts beating me up, and it's like, sweet. So then we go over and we train with our buddy Robert Rojas, who's like, okay, now we're looking to get beat up, going to mess with Rojas, you know. So the training partners and everything, man, that's a crazy game too. Like, that takes me to a whole new place. Just thinking about it, it's like, man, like, think about all these fighters now, like, and we're all back together. Like, the other night I see Nate Morrow, Josh Knight, Robert Rojas gonna be over there, Rob Anderson's running the gym. My buddy Obi's I'm gonna try to get Obi in the corner. Jeremy Small gonna be in the house, you know. All of us are, like, finally back in the same group in the same area. So it's like, man, to me it's like, man, where can we go with this? We're all a lot older and more mature, and we all got legit jobs and families, and, you know, like, going about life the right way. Where before I was just a kid, I feel like, you know.
You know, it sounds, you know, the way you talk about it reminds me a lot of, like, talking to Jens Pulver about.
I get sidetracked, man. Like, I keep
no.
but
like, here's what I'm saying is that talking about the other guys there, it's like, you know, you got a bunch of older guys, and then you throw a Nate Morrow in there. He's still a kid.
Right. That's awesome. And then Scott's got,
he's like the Robbie
Jesse
Lawler
Lee.
of the old Militich gym.
I was sparring with him the other day, man. He gave me a black eye. And, I was really, like, taunting him. I put my hands down. I was like, "What you got, Nate? What you got, Nate?" I was all, like, coming up. Bam! I was like, "Oh, I better put my hands up." You know, he's getting good. But like I get sidetracked sometimes now, like with the weight cut and the training, and then we start talking about it. It's just like, man, I could tell you so many stories about every one of those guys, and you were probably there, you know.
So yeah, so you said something about kind of being way off weight when you got into camp here. I mean, we're what 2 weeks out, 2.5 weeks out. Are you already still trying to get on that cut to get down to that? Are you fighting 145 or are you fighting?
Maintaining. I don't think I'm gonna make 145 ever again. You know, it's just like I feel like when I get down, my joints hurt, my bones. It's like that's all my hand is a bone. You know, like yeah, and it's dumb. It's dumb. Every fighter does it. Every wrestler did it. Every boxer did it. But like, man, when you're at your 100% is when you're healthy and you're eating and you get 3 meals a day and you're running and you're cycling it all through. We're like, man, to get down to weight, I was actually starving for a minute, But I'm down. I feel like I could be in better shape for sure. But man, I feel good. I feel healthy. I feel strong. It's just adjusting to carrying the weight. Well, I had to adjust to carrying the weight. I was like 190 pounds. And I'd never been. I was fighting 135. You see me at 190. My cheeks are all big, man. Had a big old chest. I ain't never had a chest. I was worried about blowing a knee. I started working out and I got thin again, and now I gotta get used to being light.
I wish it was that easy for me. So I'm gonna go work out, get thin again, man. I get in the gym. I lose like 15 pounds, and here I am still like 270.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that too. It's like, man, I've been up at 190. I've been down at 135, and here I'm sitting comfortable right now, 165 pounds. I ate today. I was drinking fluid on the way here. I got lost and I was just snacking outside. Like, well, I wonder where this place is at.